boys and girls, and welcome to my Faith-Based Friday video series, where we make everyday art for everyday faith. This first video is all about Easter and all about Jesus. Easter is the time of year to learn about God's Son. He came, He lived, He died for us, and He's the only one. The only one that saves us. He's the only one that can. He gave His life so we may live in heaven when we pass. The simple stained glass artwork is my Easter gift to you, to remind you of the awesome gift that Jesus gave to you. Happy Easter. Let's begin. Hi, boys and girls. It's me, MsBecky. Happy Easter to you. At my church, when we greet each other on Easter morning, one person says, "He is risen," and the other person says, "He is risen indeed." And we're going to celebrate Jesus rising from the grave by making this beautiful stained glass project. Okay, here is our project. I'm loving it, but we've got some supplies to go over, so let's get our supplies out. The supplies you're going to need, first off, is this template that you can either get at artwithmsbeckylessons.com, or you can click in the direct link below in the description box and it'll take you right to it. Then once you do that, you're going to need to cut it out because we're going to use this template today in our project. The next thing you're going to need is a scissors, black Sharpie marker, a tablespoon of glue with 2 or 3 teaspoons of water in it, a paintbrush of any size. I'm using this Gargantua huge one, but you don't have to do that. Use any paintbrush you have, any size you have, they'll all work. The next thing you're going to need is either an acetate sheet. We can also use a gallon-size Ziploc bag, and I will show you in a moment how to prepare that. Another thing you're going to need is construction paper. It doesn't matter what color, but the darker the paper, the better. All right, the last thing you're gonna need is little pieces of tissue paper. Now, where I purchased these, they came pre-cut for me, which was awfully nice. They were kind of expensive for that though, but you don't have to cut them up like this. In fact, you can rip them up like that and use ripped pieces as well. Let me show you how you're gonna prepare your gallon-size bag. The first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna cut off the Ziploc part. Just cut it right off. And I wonder if there's a project I could make with those. That would be interesting. All right, the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna cut off the 2 sides. The reason why we're cutting off the 2 sides is because they are stuck together and we only want to use one part of this bag. So we're going to cut that side off, and now let's cut this side off. All right, then we're going to open it up and we're going to cut down the center. All right, now the side that we're going to use, if you're using a Ziploc bag, is the side with no writing on it. And this is the one that you're going to use. Now for today, however, I'm not going to use the bag because it really has a lot of shininess to it and it doesn't work well on camera. So instead, what I'm going to use this acetate sheet. And the first thing you're going to want to do is cover your entire acetate sheet or a Ziploc bag in glue. There we go. Now the next thing you're going to do is really super fun, and it takes some time, but it's fun. I'm going to stop this for a second because I want you to see that all of these are a little bit dry. And so we want everything to be wet and to totally be stuck to the page. So I'm going to go over with these with my paintbrush and some of the glue. I'm going to go be very careful. Okay, now we're all done. Everything is glued down. It's very wet right now, but this actually dries extremely fast. In my experience, I've made like 10 of these, and it takes about an hour to dry, but we don't have an hour. So I made a couple ahead of time, and so I'll be right back, and I'm going to bring over the ones that I did before so we can use those to finish our project. Okay, now that that is off and drying, here's what we're going to do next. We need to make the outside of our window. That's what we're going to do now. It's pretty simple. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take a piece of, I think this is about 8.5 by 11 piece of construction paper, and you're going to fold it lengthwise, rolling it up, holding it with one finger, pulling it back. Very good. Now let's open it up. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw along with our black Sharpie marker. Okay, we're going to start up at the top, and we're going to draw only half of a window. Do you see? We're just going to draw half of it. All right, so we're going to start up at the top, and we're going to draw around and down. Go all the way down, go all the way down. Don't stop, don't pick it up, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. All to the way to the end. Very nice. Now, what we need to do is we're going to come up to here, and we're going to give it about a finger space, and we're going to draw the inside of the window. We're going to draw around and come down, 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 come down. We're not going to go off the page though. We're actually going to stop about a finger's away from the page, from the bottom of the page, and then we're going to go over to the left. Do you see that? All right. So this is what it's going to look like. Now, let's cut out the inside first. We want to do a good cutting job because this is actually going to be the inside of our window. Now don't throw this away. We have a very special purpose for that. So let's just put that off to the side. Okay, this is trash. We'll put that off to the side. Let's open this up and see how we did. That looks nice, but if you've noticed, if you look up here, do you see where you can see the line that I drew? We don't want that to be the front part of our window. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn it over, and we're gonna use this as the side that everybody can see. All right, let me get this out. So here's what I made before. This one I made a couple hours ago, and it's been sitting there for a while. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a glue gun, okay? And you're gonna have to ask your parents to help you with the glue gun. I've actually tried to use other glue, like glue stick and glue stick and other types of glue, and it doesn't like to stick to this. So the only thing that really works for me is the glue gun. Now, you know what, thinking about it, you could staple it maybe even. I don't even know. It's a possibility. All right. Now we're gonna put a little bit more glue around. Now that it's under control and it's not going anywhere, now I can put a little bit more glue down to adhere it. Let me see how that is. Is that gonna adhere pretty good? Yeah, I think it is. Now the next thing that we have to do is we're gonna cut off the excess all the way around the outside. Okay, that's looking nice so far. Now what we need to do is we need to get out this little piece of paper. Remember this one I told you not to get rid of? And now is time for our cross. Check that out. So we're gonna hold that in place and we're gonna trace around this with our black Sharpie marker. All right, now we have our cross, but once again, take a look at this. I don't want to use this side. Why don't I want to use this side? Because you can see all the places where I drew, and we don't want that, so we want to turn it over on this side. That's the side we want to use. So let's find the spot we want to put it. I think right in the center is probably the best spot, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this. Once again, have your mom and dad help you. All right. You have to work quickly because this stuff dries fast. Put in the center. Pat it down. All right, let's see how we did. Let's get out my light box again and put it on the light box. Are you ready? Count with me. Let's check it out. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. It's beautiful. Wow. So here is this one, and here's the other one I made earlier. And you can put it up in the window so everybody can see the light of Jesus. I hope you have a really special Easter. Thank you so much for coming to be with me today. I hope you had a good time making this project. I hope you loved how it turned out. Don't forget to put it up in the window somewhere so everybody can see the light of Jesus. Happy Easter. He has risen. He has risen indeed.